Hello, fight fans. Thanks for joining us at MMA Insider. Before we get rolling with today's news, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing. Now let's uncover the latest happenings in MMA. Starting off, UFC lawsuit documents reveal CM Punk's payday for Octagon debut. Moving on, Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou pay-per-view numbers extremely low. Next, Dana White finally reacts to Francis Ngannou flooring Tyson Fury in boxing. Lastly, Sean O'Malley's coach rejects notion that Islam Makhachev would run through Justin Gaethje. Unsealed UFC lawsuit documents reveal CM Punk's payday for Octagon debut. As has been the case for a while now, one of the big topics in the MMA world at the moment surrounds fighter pay. With the antitrust lawsuit seemingly going to trial, things are starting to pick up in a big way. In recent days, MMA fans have been informed of some pretty interesting numbers via social media. Those numbers include the paydays for a parade of different fighters, including CM Punk. As many people know, CM Punk made the transition over from pro wrestling to mixed martial arts after he left WWE. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to come out on top in either of his Octagon outings. Despite that, he did seem to earn quite a bit, as per this report from Bloody Elbow. CM Punk made $1,042,736 for his UFC loss to Mickey Gall, according to Zuffa documents obtained by Bloody Elbow. Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury's boxing match reportedly didn't do well on pay-per-view. On Fight Night, Francis Ngannou scored a third-round knockdown and even cut Tyson Fury. Ultimately, while the MMA fighter had a lot of success, it wasn't enough. After 10 rounds of back-and-forth action, the boxer earned the victory by split decision. However, in terms of the pay-per-view itself, it wasn't a big success. As first reported by Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou did terrible numbers on pay-per-view. While the exact number wasn't given, it was a fraction of Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz, which happened in August. Talking to the media, Dave Meltzer stated, "I will have the exact numbers tomorrow, but they were terrible. I will have the streaming figures tomorrow. It was nothing close to the Canelo or Diaz versus Paul buys." UFC CEO Dana White, a longtime friend and supporter of Donald Trump and his family, was a special guest on the Triggered podcast hosted by Donald Trump Jr., talking everything from politics to combat sports. Trump Jr. was able to snag White's first reaction to the Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury boxing spectacle in Riyadh, where Francis turned the combat sports world on its head with a commanding 10-round performance for the ages. Speaking on the Triggered podcast, this is what he said. "The fact that he went 10 rounds with Tyson Fury is crazy. He just went 10 rounds with Tyson Fury. Conor McGregor made it 9 or 10 with Floyd. Anthony Pettis just beat Roy Jones Jr. I know Roy is friggin' 60 years old or whatever, but I don't know what the hell is going on. It's crazy. I didn't see the fight, but the fact that he went 10 rounds is unbelievable. Listen, these guys, at some point, everybody is going to move on. Everybody has to do what's right for them and make money for their families, so whatever they've got to do, they've got to do." Sean O'Malley's head coach Tim Welch has rejected the idea that Islam Makhachev would run through Justin Gaethje. Following his win over Alexander Volkanovski, many have been questioning what's next for Islam Makhachev. The popular theory is that he'll defend his UFC lightweight championship once again against either Charles Oliveira or Justin Gaethje. While Oliveira is coming off the back of a win over Beneil Dariush, Gaethje has put together impressive wins over Rafael Fiziev and Dustin, the latter of which, of course, came via head kick KO, which earned him the BMF title. Gaethje has made it crystal clear that he's interested in going after Islam, and the MMA community wants to see it too. That includes the aforementioned Tim Welch, who broke down the matchup in a recent podcast. This is what he stated. "Everyone thinks Justin Gaethje would get ran through. I don't think he would, dude. Because they talk about Gaethje when he fought Khabib. He got there 10 days before that fight and just everything was wrong. Gaethje's a different dude. Khabib said he knew that Justin got there late, and he's been through that time travel multiple times. He knew that was just gonna ruin him. This Gaethje now versus Islam in Vegas or something, I wouldn't be that surprised if Gaethje knocked him out." Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Your dedication and support fuel our passion to bring you the latest and greatest in the MMA world. If you enjoyed today's news, please give us a thumbs up and share with fellow MMA fans. Remember to subscribe to stay in the loop with daily MMA updates. We've got a lot of exciting news, interviews, and analysis coming your way every single day. Your engagement helps us grow and serve the MMA community even better. Once again, thank you for being an integral part of our daily MMA journey.